Hey, this is Jesse with Create This. It is Saturday, August 1st. This is part 6 of my solar generator battery cloning video. I think today what we're going to end up doing is we're going to install these battery straps. They come with these little stainless steel cleats. I believe they're stainless steel screws. These are all marine grade hardware, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, I'm pretty sure they just go right in the middle here. I measured these when I installed them originally. The battery itself, the Battleborn battery itself, has like a strap loop, and I wanted to put it in line with the strap loop. But I think for reinstalling all of the other ones, I'm just going to eyeball it because it looks to me like it's pretty much centered in the middle of that block. Let's get started with this. This is the original here. I'm going to get some of the other ones out here and we'll drill all these holes. So this is the strap that they give you. Nice stainless steel buckle, pretty cool. I'll have these products listed down below the video in the description in case you're curious where I got this. Looks like they give you one extra. Cool. All right, now that that is done on all 4 frames, at this point I'm going to install the batteries and place the frames and the batteries into the Pelican cases so that I can drill the locations for the top plate. So let's go ahead and do that with the battery. Now if I can remember how the battery strap goes. So I think I'm going to go buckle on top and through the loop at the bottom here from the outside inward up through the battery strap hole, down through the battery strap hole. It's kind of a nice coincidence that these cables fit these straps. Or maybe it's not a coincidence, maybe it's an industry standard spec. All right. Sometimes a little difficult to get it to bend the way you want so that it comes out. There we go. And then back up. And then for this part, I believe you loop it from the bottom, like so, and you pull. Each one of these comes with a little diagram, and yes, that appears to be the correct way. Loop from the bottom, pull. So that one is installed. Now that guy's not going anywhere. So let's get it into the Pelican case. Kind of an odd angle there. So getting it in is pretty easy. What I do is I actually reach in from the inside here, which is kind of awkward because your arms are bent the wrong way. Because if you reach from the outside, then your fingers are going to get caught. So I reach from the inside, just lift it up, slide it down in, and hope it fits. Some fitment issues here. I think it's just one side needs to come over. There we go. Right down in like a glove. That's pretty cool. And so now what we can do is we can take our top plate that's going to go on there and we put it right there. Now at this point we need to do some work with a rasp or a file or sandpaper or something to get this to actually fit, because it should fit down inside the Pelican case. I'll show you how the original fits. There we go. It fits just like that. So that's what we want. So we've got to trim down these new ones so that they fit just as easily. All All right, I honestly do not know the best way to do this. I need to remove a fair bit of material from this edge, as far as I can tell. And I have this really dirty, crappy Harbor Freight bastard file. And I thought for years that because the cut on a bastard file was in a diamond shape, they call it a double cut. I thought that meant that you could file in both directions, but I've since been set straight on that recently from one of my other videos. Apparently these only cut in one direction, so I am not an expert at filing, so I'm probably doing this wrong, but you do something like this motion. It doesn't appear to be removing a whole lot of material, so I thought I would try a hand plane. We'll see if that works. Can't always hand plane things, but this might be a case where it works. I do think that that's removing a fair bit more material than the file, or the file. So I think this is what I'm going to keep doing. Seems to be working. Let me go check the fit. So it seems to be mostly this corner, so I'm going to focus on that corner. It's fairly aggressive, so I want to check it every few strokes. Just don't want to go too far. Yeah, a bit more on that corner, I think. And then I can maybe start doing the entire surface. I should really lock down the feet on this table. It's walking on me. I think that's almost there on the edge now, but the corners need a good bit of work, so I'm going to use the file and try to round off the corners. It's actually rather satisfying. Gotta say, I kind of enjoy that. Let's do another test fit. I think this corner's still high. That's quite nice. Let me try cleaning up the other side now with the plane. I think we're getting somewhere here. It's a bit of work, but it's kind of satisfying. I don't hate it. See what that looks like. Gotta say, that's looking pretty good. I didn't want to do it because this is where the material is the thinnest, right here. But I'm gonna take some off this side. I've got it so that it's fitting in on 3 sides now, and this is the only side that's really sticking out. So let's see what happens here if we flatten this. I just don't want to take off too much material. I'll use a number 5, a little bit longer of a shoe. See if that fits. Do the same thing with the top now, just because I don't want to remove any more material from that bottom part. It's getting kind of thin. All right, try test fit. Look at that, it's in. So it's a little tight. I think I probably want to keep going a little bit. It's the top and the bottom fit that's causing problems. But it goes right in. That's nice. You know, and You get a little bit of a gap in the corners, I am not that great of a craftsman when it comes to stuff like this. I think maybe if I did this with a CNC router, I could get a tighter fit, but for hand tools, I think that's good enough. I mean, it looks pretty nice to me, so. All right, I took a few more passes down here at the bottom with the number 5, and then I took a few more passes over here on this corner with the file, and now it is quite nice. Just goes in real easy, so that's perfect. I think I'm gonna keep that. Now, what we need to do is we need to know where to drill, over here and over here. So what we're gonna do, this is the way I do this. I am going to take my Sharpie, and I am just going to mark right here. Hopefully that won't cause any problems with the rubber seal or anything. I don't think it will. But I'm just marking here and here where this block is, and then I'm also going to mark right there to tell me that that's the edge of it, right there. I'll do the same over here. A little hard to do this with the camera in the way, but I'll manage. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So with those marks in place, now when I place this on top, I can take one of my handle kits. Again, I have these, I'll have links to these down below the video in the description, just in case anyone's crazy enough to want to duplicate this like me. Don't really expect you to, but if you do, cool. Yeah, and so I just want these 2 holes to be pretty much in the middle. So I am really just eyeballing that. It doesn't really matter where exactly they go, as long as they're in the middle-ish. And you want this side to be pretty much the same. You want it lined up. Let me come around. Probably a little easier to see for me. You just want it within the lines. Put it wherever you want, really. Up to you. You could measure if you wanted to get really anal about it. I'm not going to. I don't think I really care. I think that's probably fine. Pretty simple stuff. Now you can just take a pencil and mark your holes. All right, now we're ready to drill. All right, it is the next day because I went upstairs to charge my batteries and did other things for the rest of the day. It was a nice lazy Saturday. But here I am on Sunday, back at it. So I have 2 screws here. These are what I'm gonna put in these handles. So this is a number 10 by 2.5, and these are gonna go in these holes here. So these are structural, right? This is what will hold the whole frame together as you lift up on the handles. And then this is a number 10 by 3/4, and this will go here, and this is just to hold the handle down. So let's go ahead and drill those out. That's 1. All right, and now that we have our 2 handles, we should be able to reach in and lift the entire unit up. There we go. All right, and through the magic of video editing, here we all are with all 4 top plates assembled and mounted inside the Pelican case. So this is the original, and then there are 1, 2, 3 additional top plates. So I think that's it for this video. I still need to install all of the hardware, breakers, things like that, Victron monitors, and I need to fabricate bus bars. So there will be at least one more video after this, maybe two, we'll see. Check the description down below if you're curious how to order any of these parts. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe.